How's it going, everybody? This is Captain Raider Clos to bring you some quick thoughts on the offseason for the Raiders, right? I'm gonna talk quick overall grade. I'm gonna give it from 1 to 10. What is my overall grade? We're gonna talk about the additions, not the subtractions of the team. And then I will tell you which are my top three additions and, you know, go in more details about my thoughts about this offseason. All right, guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, dislike it, leave your comments below. Let us know what we can do to keep improving. All right, so let's talk about the Raiders offseason edition, right? I'm gonna grade this at the end of this. I'm gonna grade it at the end of the video and give you my overall thought. The grade is gonna be from 1 to 10. And I'll tell you what I think the Raiders have done in adding players, right? So let's talk about players that they added by keeping, which is going to be two main players. I just want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about Max contract signing because we all know what Max means to his team. But we're going to talk about Malcolm Coons and Adam Butler, right? Malcolm Coons and Adam Butler retaining those two guys, one in the defensive tackle and one on the other side of Crosby was big. There's no way around that. Keeping those players was something that we needed to do. And if Pete Carroll is building the team like what he likes, and most coach likes, is building to the trenches. You have to have a good D line and a good offensive line to win games in college and in the NFL. It's just facts. If you do have that, most of the time you can start building around it, and that is how you build the building blocks to a successful team. And those two guys are key for us to have a good pass rush and a good run stopping team, because we're going to need it against the quarterbacks in our division. We're going to need to put pressure down the middle, and we're going to need to have somebody who could take some pressure away from Crosby on the other side. And Malcolm Coons, after coming back from the injury, should have a big year where, it's going to be our defensive line right now. Our starting four are pretty good. I like our defensive line, especially with Butler coming back. He is a good push down the middle. And I'm excited to see what develops with the four of them, right? We have Malcolm Coons, we got Wilkins, Butler, and Malcolm, and Crosby. So you're gonna have Crosby and Malcolm Coons as edge, Butler and Wilkins in the middle. And I think if they could stay healthy, which is what we did not see last year, I think this defensive line is good. We have Wilson coming off the bench. We have a couple more depth pieces that we have. And I think even drafting one more player in this draft is important. I'll get that in my draft video since we're coming close to the draft now. We're a few weeks away. I'll talk about that. Another addition was, I'm gonna go through some that really did not. I think they're good depth pieces. I think they're brought in for competition. Alex Copper on offensive line, whatever. I think he has a lot of experience, and I think he's knows the type of offense they want to run. So he should help some of the younger offensive linemen. However, I don't want to see him as a starter, but as a depth piece, I'm okay with it. We got Alan Roberts, the linebacker from Pittsburgh. His weakness is that he can't cover, but overall he's a good run stopper. So I don't think we should be done looking into making the running and the linebacker team have more depth, because I think we need it, especially with some of the losses that we had. Leon Johnson Jr., the safety, and Eric Stroke as a corner is good depth pieces, good things to bring for. You need to bring in bodies for camp, and you need to bring in bodies for the preseason. And I think they're good additions. Let's see what they do. Give them a chance to either earn a spot in this team, or you cut them because they're way worth that much. The contracts were really smart, very fair. And I think the way that this how Spike Tech is doing the contracts is very smart. And I like his approach with Pete Carroll of bringing in a lot of competition in every position, even if you have depth. We need to just bring in as much depth and as much competition as possible and let the cream of the crop rise, right? Just that's how you do it. Iron sharpen iron, and you need this type of competition. All right, our biggest addition overall is Geno Smith. The type of quarterback play that we had the last couple of years after Derek Carr left has not been too far, right? Jimmy or Garoppolo, Minshew, and I like Aiden O'Connor. He's a good service backup, but he is not a starter in the NFL. He is somebody that's going to be a journeyman or a backup quarterback for a long time. But Geno Smith is an upgrade. He's a middle of a pack quarterback. You have a top, somewhere from the top 12 to the top 15 quarterback in the NFL is Geno Smith. He might even be top 10. Like, and I mean low, like 10 and top from 10 to 15 is what I mean. Not like top 10, like he's number 10 now. He's like 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Somewhere around there is where Geno Smith falls. But he is very accurate. He protects the ball. His biggest weakness is the red zone, but I think if we have a running game, which brings me to the next addition that I think we got was Monsters, right? Raheem Monster from the Dolphins, who used to be also from San Francisco. Overall, he's a better running back than what we had last year. Again, we had some weak running game. He does bring in two things. He brings experience and he brings the home runs, all right, that we haven't had in a while. I think that this draft has a lot of good running backs, so I would not be surprised if we get one or two other backs to complement him, right? And let them battle it out with some of the running backs that we already have on the depth chart, right? And then my favorite pick of the offseason besides Geno Smith, would be Jeremy Lin. I mean, Jeremy Chin. Not Jeremy Lin, the basketball. Jeremy Chin. All right. He's a safety. I think he's an impact defensive player. I think he's going to bring leadership into this defense. And I think his ability to hit hard and cover is going to help the secondary. We have a very young secondary that I think is up and coming. I think our secondary is sneaky good. I think that some of the players that we have drafted in the last 2 years are ready to make a breakout season, and I think I'm ready to see this just whole secondary take place, right? I like the re-signing of Palomalu. That's big too. Them and Jeremy Chin together is going to be good. But overall, I give my grade will be a 7 out of 10. Right, this is not a perfect offseason. We lost some key players, but if we're only grading the additions, the things that we added, we have is a 7 out of 10. One, gotta get quarterback was big, right? We hit running back and we hit safety, but we're still missing. Our defense is still missing players, especially in the linebacker and secondary. I don't think the ones that we brought are good enough. That's just my opinion, guys. Leave your thoughts below. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. But I think a 7 out of 10 is a fair grade, right? For this off-season additions, right? So this is my video for today, guys. Leave your comments below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, peace out.